Welcome to the tutorial which is going to show you how to set up your organization for prospects and campaign management. I'm going to use the example of the Pan-Galactic Rocket Company. They sell flights and accommodation on Mars and are located in two regions, on Earth and in Mars. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my sites. So I'm going to set up an Earth site and a Mars site. Your organization may only be located at one site, in which case you don't have to set up sites. This is an optional step. Next, I need to set up my services. Because I'm selling flights and accommodation, I need to make sure that the sales service is activated. Next, I'm going to set up my skills. Skills are important for dividing your prospects so that certain types of prospects go to certain skilled agents. Because I'm selling flights and accommodation on Mars, I want to set up skill groups for product knowledge and include the skill flights and accommodation. And because also I want to further segregate my leads based on language, I'm also going to set up a skill group for language. So first I'm going to set up product knowledge. And I'm going to add language. And then I'm going to define the skills within each one of those groups. So product knowledge, I'm going to add flights, and I'm going to add accommodation. And I'm going to do the same for language. I'm going to add English, and I'm going to add Martian. Once I've set up my site services and skills, all I need to do is create my work types. So first I'm going to set up a flights English work type. It's a contact center, and this defines the attributes of the agent that can work on this type of work. So I'm going to say it's an outbound call because this is for my outbound agents. They must have the outbound channel. I'm going to say the service is sales. They must be located on Earth because this is my English flights. And their language is English and it's mandatory. And their product knowledge must be on flights, which is also mandatory. Next, I'm going to give it a business value. Because my flights tasks are more important than my accommodation tasks, I'm going to give it a business value of 10. Accommodation tasks would get a lower business value. And then I'm going to set the SLA. So I'm going to say these leads are hot leads, so I want them to be responded to within 4 hours, and I expect 80% of them to reach that target. I would then do the same for my other work types. So I'll do another one for my flights Martian. Again, it's a contact center. Again, the agent needs outbound. He needs to be part of sales. This time it's Martian, so he must be located on Mars. His language requirement is Martian, and because this is still flights, I still require him to have the flights task. Again, flights is more important than accommodation, so it gets a business value of 10, and I expect the SLA to be 4 hours and 80% of them to reach that target. Once I've set up my work types, I need to assign them to outbound flows. I click Add, and I give this a name, which I'm going to call Outbound Flights English. I'm going to say it's applicable to outbound channel. And then I reach the interaction designer. Here are the tools on the left-hand side which allow me to plot the journey. For outbound, there are a lot fewer tools available. So I'm going to say it starts. The task that I'm going to assign it to was the flights English. And I'm going to say that calls must be recorded. Then it must go on call. I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to put my agent on wrap up. I also have the option of adding a post-call survey, which I'm not going to do now, and then the call must end. All I have to do now is connect the nodes. And once all the nodes are connected and I click publish, this flow is live. I would then do the same for all my other work types. All I need to make sure of then is that my account has been upgraded and that there's credit in it, and invite the members. So I'm going to add an agent. I'm going to make sure that he has the outbound channel. I'm going to make sure that he has the service of sales and that he is located on either Earth or Mars, depending on what type of agent this is, and his relevant skills. So in this instance, I'm going to give him English and flights. And then I add his email address here. And he'll then receive the email and accept the invitation and start receiving prospects, and as soon as the prospect and campaigns have been set up, which you can view on another tutorial. Thank you very much. That's all you need to do to set up your organization for outbound.